Alright, here we go. Game 3 of the series. Game 1 was only 4 minutes long. Game 2 looked like it maybe had potential, but Luvnest caught Cruzzi a little bit off guard with the double half-track build. One with a quad mount, the other one with double flamethrower inside. We're now going to see Cruzzi choosing U.S. forces, and Luvnest counterpicking him over Commando West. So we are going to see two factions that have not yet been represented, interestingly enough. And Cruzzi has a tendency to go with double rear echelons, especially on maps where you need to go separate directions and take territory quickly. For example, he's done that on Faymanville Approach in a tournament setting, but this game is just going to go rifleman. He's got access to infantry, armor, and airborne. I've also seen him go armor company, I think at least twice. I know he likes armor company, so we might be seeing that this game. And Luvnest has fortifications, scavenge, and Luftwaffe ground forces. So see what they decide to do. Rear echelon troops making their way towards the left, and riflemen setting up in this building. Jump in, jump back out, away from Sturm Pioneers, disengaging from that, jump back in, getting it just as the Sturm Pioneers revealed themselves right there. Might get an early snipe. Apparently not quite. Almost, though. The squad took a lot of damage because they were exposed to riflemen inside that house. That little juke there by Cruzzi might have actually helped him significantly, and the Sturms are not firing at the riflemen in the building because all 5 of them are currently firing at Volksgrenadiers, and none of them are exposed to Sturms in this house. Interesting tip: if all of your infantry are currently firing in this direction, a squad in this house cannot retaliate against them. That is good to know. Riflemen will switch targets back to the Sturm piles when they leave their position in the house and are bringing them down fast. Look at that next level tactics by Cruzzi. Got a lot of value out of the rifleman in that. I didn't even know that. I did not even know that about this map. Rifleman also takes control of this building here and will spot a battle group headquarters being constructed. Volksgrenadiers in this engagement are forced to retreat. This one's not going to last much longer, but the battle group headquarters here will complete. Luvnest's decision to go tier 2 is interesting. Not going to go tier 3, probably because the flak half-track on this map is not great with this many buildings around. It constantly gets pushed around by AT guns in the alleyways and bazookas in the building. Probably captain tier if that were the route that Cruzzi decided to go. Because Cruzzi has already scouted this, he's almost certainly going to go lieutenant tier, try and punish that with some early allied aggression with light vehicles, is my guess. There's the second rear echelon troop squad. He just fielded it late. Going to go capture territory on the right side, so same build as A-Tank actually, although thus far he seems to be having a lot more success with it than A-Tank was in his game on Simoski, which is a similarly urban map.
Squad, get ready! Gather round. I smell orders.
No offense to A-Tank, of course. Riflemen will force the Sturm Pioneers advancing through the middle away right there. Looking for an opportunity against that squad. Sturm Pioneers did not find it. Too many supporting rifles. Snipe another one of them and push them back. Luvnest starting to float. Or no, not float that much. He's only got 3. Has he really bled that much manpower? Purchased a tech structure. Did not purchase the retreat point. I guess it's just sustained that many model losses. How many have there been? 8. 8 to 4. Pretty solid lead for Cruzzi this early in the game. Since a decent number of those model losses have been on the Sturm Pios, and they have inflicted not very many in return. Only 2 kills on that squad, and that squad is critical to utilize cost effectively on a map like this. Rear echelon troops are going to stall in the church over here on the left, and another squad in the building over here. Will prevent Volksgrenadiers from taking the munitions. Rear echelon troops might circle the building, look for opportunities elsewhere on the map, while riflemen in green cover slowly will try and force the Volksgrenadiers out. These Volksgrenadiers take building control in the middle, rotating from building to building and looking for opportunities on the flank of these riflemen, I think, while Sturm Pioneers move up to push the rear echelon troops out of this structure. Riflemen moving up on the right flank into green cover will convince everything here to pull back to long range. And I do hear a lieutenant. Lieutenant just came out of Cruz's base to help against the Volksgrenadiers, making an aggressive push for this general area, and the M20 utility car is on the way, a little bit late because of double rear echelons and just bleed, but it will be hitting the field a little bit after 5 minutes, and it doesn't look like Luvnest is really ready for it yet. Oh, Rifleman just snagged that building from those Volksgrenadiers just in the nick of time. Luvnest doesn't look like he's noticed that that has happened either, and they're going down fast. Oh no, completely unmonitored. That squad just got wiped. Very unusual to see Luvnest let a squad go unmonitored that long and go down. He was not expecting to lose that building. He's also purchased a forward retreat point, and his investment of 300 manpower into that is going to be a huge setback. Here comes the M20 to inflict massive damage on his infantry, completely uncountered. No Panzerschreck currently. Raketenwerfer's still not on the field, and I don't know if Luvnest can. He cannot afford these losses. He lost the entire map, lost too much infantry, and up against U.S. forces, even without the aid of Rifle Company, just standard 3-rifle Lieutenant M20 build. Luvnest could not survive the early pressure, especially not with a tier 2 into early retreat point build. Cruz countered that hard. And that's the game. Cruz has dethroned Luvnest in a surprisingly short, despite it being a 3-game series, still a surprisingly short series. Well played, Cruz.